Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is now our third pre-launch conversation for investLOCAL.xyz, and really wanting to position investLOCAL as a global movement for cooperative ownership using on-chain technology. And investLOCAL is really going to be the tool that using to be the olive branch for these conversations. And on the screen here is the Google Docs that we're collaborating these conversations. I think that this might be the first working group series where I have really started leaning heavily into using tabs. In prior working group series, we would normally have a separate working group for each conversation, but you can kind of see how that this is playing out a little bit from a standpoint. So we're now in 2025, quarter one. Want to say happy new year to everybody and got a few new people on here today. So super excited about that. Let me scroll down for our agenda. I'm going to throw a screenshot in here from the Zoom participants and just saw another person hop in here. Let's see if we just went live, Mark, so welcome and throw in the Zoom chat. We're about to do a couple, at least for Arvind, a real brief introduction. And if you don't want to do an introduction on the live stream, Mark, I would completely respect that. But anyway, over to you, Arvind.
Thank you, Yonks. Excuse me a little bit. I'm under the weather, so if I cough or my voice doesn't sound too well, well, it is what it is. Just as a quick intro on myself, I am by day a TradFi commercial real estate finance banker. By night, I am pretty deeply engaged in DeFi and all different types of things crypto related. DeFi, most recently, I've been really piqued by AI agents and have been trying to kind of craft my own and figure out ways to get myself back in the game a little bit. I'm about 25 years removed from my C++ and Pascal and Java days, but still somewhere in the back of my head there. So, trying to fire up the old neurons again.
Yes, and we're absolutely going to be talking more about AI agents. It's one of the things on the agenda. So anyway, did you want to do introduction, Mark, or do you want me to just keep on going through the agenda here? Don't see a mic opening up. So anyway, looking at our agenda, one of the things that I want to talk about, and I need to get this where it's on here, but love talking about our FELG culture. Three Win Social is our ecosystem hub online. It's very much going to be a work in progress here in 2024, but our FELG culture, fun, earning, learning, and giving. And that's one of the things going to talk about during every live stream here. So anyway, um, let's see, duplicate event for next week. So we are using Luma at Luma Invest Local. And for those of you, if you go to investlocal.xyz, have a very basic link tree set up with our events calendar. And you can subscribe to that. And taking a look at our events calendar, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for everybody here. So this is the conversation, and one of the things that we decided here for the month of January and in December, our previous conversations, it seems that this time slot works out pretty well. So we're going to continue these pre-launch conversations weekly, Monday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And one of the things, and I'll talk about that here momentarily, I think I was supposed to click on manage event right here, manage event. And really like for those people that are newer to Luma, I really like the look and feel that it has for Luma. So let's see more clone event. And this is one of the reasons that I love Luma is that it's very easy to clone an event. So over here on Monday, clone events. And here we go. And I'll update the stuff here offline, but this is one of the things that um, I would encourage everybody to RSVP, and I'll throw this link on the live stream as well so that it gets broadcast out for our next working group. And I'll update, like I said, the event details later. So, real quick, anybody want to chime in? Who has been enjoying using Luma?
I like it. It works pretty smooth. I get my emails, I get my updates. It delivers.
Thank you, Stephen. And one of the things they're going to do, let me see if I have this on the agenda. It doesn't matter if it is or not. Let me take a look here at calendars. We were talking about AI agents later tonight, and this is going to be day one of AI agents box of a 180-day sprint that we are going to be using for building out AI agents box. And here is the event for tonight's live stream. And let me add a tag here real quick to this. This is office hours, create office hours, and we're going to put this I don't know, orange color. Okay, so event page. All right, and throwing this in there's the event and throwing this on the live stream here. So, and one of the things that I expect is with all of the momentum that's occurring around AI agents are going to be a huge narrative here in 2025. Because it's really like I've been largely on the fence as far as really utilizing AI. So this, as you mentioned, Arvind, is going to be me brushing up on technical stuff. So I'm really wanting to reduce the learning curve here through this collaborative. And just real quick, how we're positioning AI agents is very simply is an on-chain community for AI. But we're expecting to build some of our functionality. And let's actually go back to our agenda. So, duplicated the event for next week, and let's see how good I am. So, we were talking a little bit about this, Stephen, before we went live here. Tyler and I am Lotus can absolutely attest that I've been putting it out to the universe forever of really wanting somebody to assist. It's something that until I got my Mac Studio with my Mac Mini that I was previously live streaming for, my computer wasn't beefy enough for me to be able to run OBS. But it's not something that I really want to do. So if let's figure out how to make that work because I really believe that that could elevate our live streaming game and the opportunity to use AI agents to really amplify that from a content production standpoint is pretty exciting. So we can take those conversations offline, Stephen, but super excited that that's something that going to do here. So discuss AI agents.box. Already been doing that a little bit. So brainstorm potential AI agents that would be beneficial for local investLOCAL.xyz. So I'm going to make this an indented and one of the things that I'm going to put on here, and this is something that Tyler and I, have a portfolio diversification event coming up here later in the month, in a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks, and we need to have an on-chain checkbook IRA. So Young's team currently uses altoira.com for our crypto trading. And that's a Coinbase 1% fee, transaction fee on buy sell side. So, and just to like amplify how painful it was, we did, and we don't actively trade because the 1% transaction fee would eat your lunch up with any amount of transaction volume. And we did a larger transaction in December, and it literally cost us $2,000 to do. And one of the things is that it's not on chain; it's got a Coinbase, so it's uses it allows us access and exposure to crypto, but it's not an on-chain solution. So I think that we can create an on-chain because like the opportunity to do DeFi where we don't get whacked 1%, like Aerodrome Finance. And this is a do your own research thing, but we do also have Arrow in our. That was one of the trades that I made earlier in the year. But Aerodrome is built on Base, and we collectively there's only one other person on. Well, and I can't remember who all voted. ETH Denver. I see a question from Time in the Zoom on ETH Denver. What's the question around ETH Denver? Oh, let me actually doing a little promotion here. I've got my ETH Denver shirt on, so I'm probably going to register for ETH Denver. We are Denver based, so we're absolutely going to be going to ETH Denver here in 2025. Year of the Regenerates. And I'm not sure if this might not be the right website. Nice. Bidler. Do you have a project in mind? That's one of the things that I've done previously, but not going to do, I don't think, in 2025, really wanting to be more intentional about connecting. Nice. Well, and this is something too that talking about wanting to do AI agents, and I'm expecting with what we build with AI agents.box, the opportunity to collaborate at scale will be very easy. And side thought, one of the talking about collaboration, and this is something else. But anyway, I want to go back to the brainstorming here. So this is our brainstorming window. On-chain checkbook IRA. And the big value proposition is, just less transaction fees on Base compared to, because this is really like I said, more of a TradFi situation. So that's one of the AI agents, and then the opportunity, to do that in DeFi. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let some other people chime in some thoughts here on what we. Another one too, real quick. Let's see.
Hey,
My
Yonks, I have a
club.
question once you're done with
Go ahead.
that.
Yeah, no.
I'll
Go
go
ahead,
to
Arvin.
finish your thought. I just wanted to go back to what you were saying about Aerodrome and see if you could complete the thought there. I don't know if we
Oh, yeah.
covered that.
So the thought would be with what we're building to use Aerodrome in the architecture for this sort of thing, because I'm pretty sure that that's Coinbase is leaning through Base heavily into Aerodrome, and they may even be an institutional investor of Aero. Oh, and I see Ernest of Gaia on. Shout outs, Ernest. Thanks for saying hello on our live stream. So, and that's one of the things. I've got the chat going in the background, but over here, myclub.box. And let me actually go to, let's see. I'm going to do this in another window over here. But my club was just some IP that grabbed, and with AI agents.box going to be leaning heavily into. And let me just go here to my .box. Who is familiar with the .box top level domain? New to me. So this is one of the things that I'm pretty excited about. Snapshot for you doing off-chain gasless proposals is an industry standard. And let me go to snapshot.org. Snapshot recently, and I can't remember exactly what time it was, has upgraded to Snapshot from snapshot.org. They've now built their version 2 of their platform using .box. So going over here to Snapshot, our space for 3win social is 3win.eth and have our invest local snapshot. I'm going to throw a link in here on that. Oh, this link didn't get sent out here for aiagents.box. So just clicked on the enter there, and I'm going to throw a link in here. So let me go here real quick. Oh, that's the wrong tab. So anyway, getting back to myclub.box, myclub.box. This is one that registered already. View profile. I don't know if I've got anything on myclub.box. And it looks like it still might be owned by me, maybe, because no, that's my profile over there. But yeah, it's got let me see if it's got anything. I can't remember if I did a nope, might not even have that done right. Anyway, so aiagents.box. So we have AI agents. I've been talking about AI agents .box. Here's our link tree for AI agents. Subscribe to our event calendar here. That was the Let Us Meet for the live stream that we're going to be doing tonight. But anyway, myclub.box for club management, onboarding new members. Like one of the main requirements for an investment club, and we did our pre-launch for We Own Club of Colorado literally a couple days ago, co.weown.club, and this is going to a Charmverse, and we're going to set up. We have Charmverse here, and we'll talk about that. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Does anybody else have some? I've got 2 things here for. I'm going to stop talking and see if anybody else has any ideas for AI agents to assist. Anyway.
So, I mean, just I guess maybe to start it off from a really high level perspective, what I've kind of garnered with these things, at least at the stage they're in right now, is we need to have a very specific kind of at least initial goal as to what they're trying to accomplish for us or what they're trying to accomplish for themselves even. So in the context of, what we're trying to do here, where does the AI agent really, how does it plug in or how does it really add value? I mean, incorporating this construct. It's probably where I'd start
Yeah,
off with.
no, I would absolutely agree, and like I would even advocate like that we need to be thoughtful about with creating an AI agent is what problem are we trying to solve with this AI agent? And like a problem from our perspective, talking about going back to this first bullet point is we're wanting to do more transactions in 2025 that I'm not wanting to get whacked a 1% transaction fee every time that I buy and sell. So Aerodrome is the DEX, decentralized exchange built on Base that I'm a fan of. But like club management, like solving a problem for making it easy to spin up clubs. And I see your. Let me get this real quick here, Stephen. Calendars. Here's the AI agents calendar page, and I think I've got it on. Let me just go to AI agents. Yeah, so you can get it at aiagentsbox.org. And yeah, let me send this here on the live stream as well for Ernest of Gaia, aiagentsbox.org equals Linktree. And throw this on Zoom. Yeah, and I'm just thinking here about having a live stream producer, and I'm so excited that yeah. So looking forward to having those side conversations, Stephen. Okay, so and let me actually just make a comment here. Like, let's uh, thoughts. What problem are we trying to solve with this AI agent? And this is something that I'm really excited about because just thinking about invest local, going back to a global movement for cooperative ownership using on-chain technology, just making these clubs easy and being compliant, because that's one of the reasons. Like, there's really two mechanisms that we're personally wanting to launch, and this is something in our goals tab. And we've got a couple other goals and mission as far as what we're wanting to do. But there's really two mechanisms: is a club mechanism and a fund mechanism. And I break down the three funds. And we actually launched this, and I should put. Let me actually just update the link here for We Own Club. I think that this will work. I was showing the Charmber space. Let me actually open up an incognito window here real quick to We Own Club for Colorado. Nope. It's a not. It's, I've got it set up with a W on a. Maybe this is cached. Maybe my redirect's not working too. Well, I just put in the www, and so this is what it looks like here. So that's something else I need to get. So anyway, um, I'm gonna keep on going down on the agenda because already 5 minutes over on this. Getting back on track, and we'll be talking a lot. Like, just to provide some perspective on, and let me actually do this here real quick. We've got a Let Us Meet. So we're doing our first office hours for the AI agents.box conversation here tonight. And then I created our second, and everybody that has been building with us for a while knows that we're a fan of Let Us Meet. We're also likely going to explore meetwithwallet.xyz as we get our pre-launch team really finalized through these invest local conversations here in January. And this is a tool that I've been exploring a little bit. I might have even created a group for Invest Local. See, look, I did. Look at that. So the nice thing about this is that you don't have the same workflow that you get. But right now with AI agents.box, we don't know what type of cadence that we're having. So here's the, and this will be the second office hours for Let Us Meet. Let me throw this in here too on the live stream for everybody. And I'll throw this in the Zoom for all of my Zoom friends. Oh, great. There's that. And here is the Let Us Meet to the live stream. Ernest of Gaia, I got the next few months off of work, by the way, quite a bit of free time. Well, if you want to contribute to the live streaming format, and one of the things on the link tree for AI agents, the one that I would really encourage people to take a look at is this Google Docs. And this is a hashtag. Jesse Pollock is basically said that he will mentor people that follow a format. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. So let's see. And I'm not going to leave this stuff checked off. So I'm going to airdrop our HATS protocol. So HATS protocol, let me get my Invest Local hot wallet up here. HATS protocol, love HATS protocol. We've been exploring, and one of the things I'm gonna go off because this is actually a new thing that I just added. This is an action item that I had from our second working group, and I'm actually going to resolve this comment over here. So I had this note from our previous working group, and let me show the comment over here. Need to find a great place for having this Charmverse join link. Well, I did find that, and it is here on our Charmverse space. And this is where I put in a let's see, incognito. I did create a homepage here on Charmverse. And like you can see, this is what it looks like in an incognito window. Pre-launch team members can join this space with their HATS protocol NFT, and here's the join link. So after I drop you your HATS time and Stephen, you will be able to use the join link to unpack. And it's very out of the box right now using the Impact Community template. And I also have this little message on here. We are still determining how we will utilize this tool. I really think the big opportunity here is for us to create an investment club template and maybe a funds template, because that's one of the things wanting to do with Invest Local is really create templates and playbooks that make it easy for fund managers and investment club leadership to do their thing through these mechanisms that we're really looking to open source through Invest Local. So HATS protocol, I think I'm on the best practices. I'm gonna just chime in here on the pre-launch conversations. Let me get back over to my tabs. So going over here on goals on best practices, huge fan of find, implement, and refine. We're all exploring here. We're all learning all of this on-chain DAOs, tooling, AI agents. We're all very bleeding edge and very early, and that's one of the reasons that I love this format is that it really allows us to collectively learn and do stuff here. And that's one of the things I'm going to do right now is go to HATS protocol. And I'm just going to navigate the process here, launch app. And this is something that we've already created the Invest Local tree. And I'm on Invest Local. And this is one of the best practices that I follow is that for the hot wallet for Invest Local, I have a separate profile in Brave browser. So here is our hats for on base, and this is scrolling over here. I'm going to just close that. So when I was talking about templates, not going to talk about that right now, but I am going to add a wearer, two wearers. So let me scroll back here, and let's see if they've got the how well that this base integration. Seventh word made me .base.eth. Let's see if it resolves. Basescan.org. I don't know if it was resolving, so it did there. I'm not sure. Add another wallet. Maybe I wasn't just doing it right. I'm going to do a lookup on Etherscan for the Lady Day. Oops, not etherscan.org. Okay, mint hats. Oh, I need my hot wallet password here for Coinbase wallet. And a side note, have been using more Coinbase wallet since it's more cross-chain than MetaMask. Had been mostly using MetaMask in the past, but yeah, started using just to have more cross-chain functionality. So just grabbing this password on my other window, unlock. So network fee, 2 cents on base. Why loving building on base. So this will add the amount of hat wearers that we have. So welcome, Time and Stephen, to our pre-launch team. Yay! Yeah, and Ernest, I see your message here. Let me sure, free, feel free. So I've got an open calendar. I'm going to just put this on Zoom real quick. And I think I even have that. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, right here. Schedule a one-on-one on the link tree, aiagents.box. And that's some workflow that I added. Love having the conversations. And I'll throw this link for anybody on the replay too. Feel free to grab a one-on-one via my cal.com link. Let me see if that got in there. Oh. All right. And this is something too, like one of the things that wanted to talk about is creating a, because wanting to talk about DAOs.world. And let me see if I have that on our agenda. Getting back to the agenda here. So I didn't. So let me add that right now. We're at 45 minutes timestamp here for, and this is one of the things, one of the AI tools that I'm wanting to see what exists is adding the timestamps to our YouTube videos. Timestamp for DAOs.world, new discussion. Let me go real quick here. And use your new hat there at our Charmverse is Charmverse.io space for invest local equals. And I think I have that on the description as well, is collab dot investlocal.xyz. There's that. So DAOs.world. Let me find that tab that I had. Let me just bring this off the screen because I think I had it on this. Bring this off. So close this out. So I'm getting to the tabs here. All right, so DAOs.world. So let me go to the homepage of DAOs.world. The future of investing is DAOs.world. This is built on Base, and I currently have my wallet connected. I'm going to send a tweet out after this, and this is part of the live stream strategy that using here. This is functionally going to be day one. One of the things too that I'm wanting to do is elevate the content, and I don't know if I'm going to have too much time to unpack that, but one of the ways that wanting to do content, but anyway, I'll put that on the shelf right now. Talking about DAOs.world. Has anybody looked at DAOs.world yet? I don't see anybody open the mic, and I don't see anything. Let me find in the oh, my screen moved over. So I've mentioned here with Invest Local, one of the things wanting to do is to launch it as its own, wanting to create a tokenized meritocracy around contributing to Invest Local. Like I believe Invest Local, and this was something I would have to look at. There was probably anyway, I brought up on the previous working group that I wasn't sure what Invest Local would look like as far as from a momentum standpoint. And thinking through, Invest Local is going to be, I think, a pivotal, really wanting to position Invest Local as a global movement. Because the nice thing about, you think about all of us on the call right now, I think would agree, are technologists. And the technology, and this is one of the things that I'm really excited is here with technology, with where we're at, the opportunity of really doing account abstraction and chain abstraction is a very real opportunity. And side note, I'm going to pivot slightly because the tool that we're looking to do account abstraction and chain abstraction, and this is one of the things thinking about AI agents and just making it easy to onboard new club members and new people into our ecosystem, wanting to do that particle network, and where that will be done is through 3Win Social. And like I said, 3Win Social is going to evolve substantially. One of the things that is going to happen, whether it's here in Q1 or Q2 of 2025, we're going to have a 3Win Social app in the Android store, in the Apple store, and that's going to integrate with our website here. And this is built using WordPress right now. This is pretty out of the box. I think we're using the Buddy Boss. But anyway, going back to DAOs.world, I really think that we can look at creating an Invest Local token on DAOs.world that we could use as a fund for hyperlocal investing. One of the other things too that want to unpack, and I don't know, let me actually go here. So one of the other things that is on our roadmap already is stablecoin, and calling it 3Win USD. And I think that this is my Notion page here for 3Win USD. This would be another opportunity, I think, to launch a stable coin, like get some initial seed capital for an ecosystem stable coin. And this might be a more novel use case. I'm going to throw this link on here, but like from a timestamp, and we are planning to launch our own stablecoin after U.S. stablecoin legislation is passed here in 2025. So for us to be prepared for this, we need to have these conversations now. So putting out two things, and we're having some side conversations about another thing I don't want to put forward yet because I still need to get some branding collateral on that. But Invest Local and our stablecoin, ecosystem stablecoin, I think are two DAOs that we could launch via DAOs.world. But I'm going to stop talking and let anybody else chime in some thoughts on DAOs.world. I'm going to do some more research on DAOs.world and really unpack. Like right now, they're in pre-launch. You can see coming soon. They have a leaderboard over here. So there's already the four projects that they've pre-launched already have a market cap of $1 to $7 million, and they just launched, I believe, like in December of 2024.
I've read up something about Dow's World, and as far as the rest of the meeting that's been talked about, I think I see the direction they're trying to take things. I think that as we talk more, it gets clearer and clearer. And I'm starting to kind of like over here, I'm kind of like I'm on my own piece of paper, I'm kind of like scratching like an org chart or some kind of flow to understand what's going on. But I think that things are shaping up, and I think that I think the main thing is they finally allow us to do things crypto in the U.S. and we could be ahead of those things instead of running to the same line as everybody else once they realize it's going to happen. So the preparation and the pre-work that's going on, it's informative and it's very appreciative, because some of these things I know and some of these things I've glanced by, and now I'm starting to see how they work together. And on my end, I was trying to figure out how to make them work together. And I'm seeing some of the progress that you've made, and it's like, okay, I'm liking the flow of things a lot more.
Real quick, I want to just chime in some thoughts, because when you talk about flow, there's a user journey, and one of the tools that we're wanting to create for documenting Invest Local is a user journey. And real quick, let me see if I have an image on Ready Access for a user journey. So I do, and this is actually going to be one of the primary mechanisms. This needs to be updated a little bit, but like one of the things that wanting to do, you think about creating some flow here. Like this is functionally a portal for accepting capital into an on-chain fund. Yes. And looking over here as far as the FAQ, is there a cost? This is one of the things that, no, making a DAO is free of charge. What chains are available? Our MVP prototype is on Base, and we plan to expand to ETH, Hyperliquid, and more over time based on user demand. All I really care about, quite honestly, right now is Base. The easier that we can make stuff. So anyway, and I'm not even going to unpack right now Jesse Pollock. I'll do that a little bit on the AI agents live stream tonight. But DAOs.world is already gaining some traction. And like I said, using the part of my content strategy, this is functionally day one. And going back to the AI agents.box, you can see here, office hours, day one, January 6th, really positioning this AI agents, this day one. This is going to be a 180-day sprint, which is about 6 months. And I'll unpack that more tonight during our live stream. But yeah, so one of the other things that I'm wanting to plant a seed around, and let me get back to our agenda. But does anybody else want to chime in some thoughts here on DAOs.world before we work on wrapping it up? Because one of the things that I do best effort around is being respectful of everybody's time and really try to keep on pace for the 1 hour allocated time. All right, don't see anybody chiming in. Here's my tab sprawl from the live stream. So talked about DAOs.world. And I'm actually just going to put this here as a couple bullet points. Exploring using DAOs.world to create an invest local fund. And then what was the other one that I mentioned? Oh, yes. 3Win USD ecosystem stablecoin. And This is one that I would anticipate the team should be really excited about because I think that this is a more interesting use case. Stable coins are going to be, I mean, you talk about real world assets. Stable coins are a huge narrative. Ripple, with the momentum that Ripple has been getting around the launch of their stable coin, RLUSD. And I'm not going to unpack that, but it's been pretty shocking. I think that they already have more traction than PayPal with the PayPal PYUSD stablecoin. So that just shows the opportunity that exists with what we're doing. And particle network may be something. But anyway, real quick, going back to wind it up here, make sure you subscribe to our investLOCAL.xyz calendar here. And this is one of the things that going to be, and I'll carry this over to our AI agents office hours tonight as far as some thoughts, because this is something when you think about like copy and paste, what we're looking to do here with Invest Local, and this actually brings it back. So let me unindent this. We are creating a copy paste ecosystem. And what do I mean by this? So one of the mechanisms that we're planning to use here, we went through the exercise of airdropping our pre-launch team. And this is one of the things that we want to create incentives for people to help us more actively build. And once we get some funds in the door, that will also change things as far as being able to reward people. But one of the things that we're also wanting to do is make it easy to onboard new people into our ecosystem. And this is going to be, like I said, a copy and paste model. So, what we're planning to do, and this is something that we will make a decision on, um, planning to create a $7 a year NFT subscription type, can't spell here, subscription sub model using unlock protocol base. And we went through on our launch party for Colorado, We Own Club of Colorado, where we used unlock protocol. There's really two main protocols that we're going to be using from a technology standpoint: unlock protocol and HATS protocol. And running out of time, but this is something we will also do, likely also do this with AI agents.box. And the thoughts around this is we can use Gitcoin Passport to create what's called Sybil resistance. And I'm not going to unpack what that means, but like talking about bots or agents or whatever, one of the things when we're creating a DAO from a governance standpoint, like here having a low barrier of entry, like I'm expecting to gain a lot of traction around AI agents.box. And you think about $7 a year, very, very low cost, wanting to create, and let me put this as another bullet point, wanting to create a founding member NFT, limit to 100 founding members. Why 100? This is the threshold that Wyoming has put forward through their DUNA legislation. And side note here, while work on wrapping it up, we facilitated some conversations earlier in the year around DunaDAO.org, and that's another thing that we will work on integrating within our dynamic. But this is something that I've been heavily researching around. And in Wyoming, we're going to, even like We Own Club of Colorado, we're launching it as a Wyoming unincorporated nonprofit association. Why? Just to make it more copy and paste, because we're really wanting Colorado We Own Club. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're already 2 minutes past. Does anybody want to chime in some final thoughts here? I'm going to stop share, go on mute. Thank you, everybody here. I see Stephen has mic open. Over to you, Stephen.
Yeah, I was just getting good. Um, yeah, the 100 limit on the Duna and the path that you're following, that's kind of like what I wanted more insight on. So to kind of pick that up next time, I guess we get together so that everybody could, kind of share in on it. But that was the main thing, trying to figure out the best way to go about setting stuff up. From like your top tier would be 3 win, and what falls under 3 win. So just trying to get some sort of
Absolutely. And that's another Duna that we're absolutely going to be launching is for 3Win Social itself. Because as I mentioned, building a website and a mobile app, those two things themselves are IP and brand assets. And one of the things, thinking about Invest Local, one of the goals that have like with this fund and what anyway, the 100, just to clarify, is just for the founding members. We're gonna not cap Invest Local at 100. That's just to receive the founding member NFT. And this is one of the things that we can collectively decide on. $7 is a very low barrier of entry. I really want to keep it low just to make it easy on a global basis, because Invest Local is a global movement, but they won't be able to get a founding member NFT. I'm also incorporating some additional benefits for the people that are participating in these pre-launch conversations here for Invest Local, and that will probably extend over to AIagents.box. But we're also launching here effectively using January and positioning January as a launch for We Own Network. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking again. If anybody else wants to chime in, any thoughts? I don't want to go 5 minutes over because, again, wanting to be respectful of everybody's time here on Monday. All righty. Well, I don't see anybody opening up their mic. And one of the things too, is a final thought. If anybody wants a forward of the AI transcript of this, that's one of the things that we're looking at. We used Fathom AI note taker at fathom.video for transcribing this. We're going to be using that throughout our ecosystem. Full disclosure, Tyler and I are seed investors through wefunder.com. Fathom.video did can't remember what it was. I don't know if it was a seed A round, but wefunder.com is a crowdfunding platform that we are through our Wyoming personal holding company investors in Fathom.video, but just wanted to put that out. So the closing thought, and this is one of the things that going to work on creating some content around, and I'll carry that over to the AIagents.box conversation tonight at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Looking forward to seeing everybody there for those that are able to. And then we'll host our second office hours for AIagents.box. We'll schedule that tonight during the live stream. But day one of AIagents.box, 180-day sprint that's going to be live streaming a mad amount of content and really like creating decentralized on-chain organizations that will stand through this Bitcoin super cycle that we're in right now.
Looking forward to
Thanks,
it.
everybody.
Bye-bye.